100 lanes in coastal plains, endless views that we're passing through, making our way to a distant place, just us two, somewhere new. Watch the sky fade into the night. With you, my arms, nothing can go wrong. We'll fall asleep on a starlit beach, just us two, somewhere new. Just us two, I'll follow you to somewhere new, somewhere new.
Welcome back to day 8 of our Camino journey as we be walking from Redondela to Pontevedra. I don't know that I can necessarily say that I had a favorite day of the journey because each one was unique in its own way, but this one was certainly up there as one of my favorites. It was an absolutely beautiful day, starting off with brisk weather, but it turned into a nice sunny day, but it wasn't too hot. Additionally, this portion of the Camino was filled with beautiful views, as well as something that I really enjoy is a mix of different scenery. So, as you can see here, we're starting off in more of a greenery, foresty area with awesome views of the ocean, and we continue along and see different parts of different towns. We'd go through some more greenery, and then we'd end up in Pontevedra, which is probably one of the biggest towns that we would stay in along the way. One thing that we did notice is that each day as we got closer to Santiago, the path did get a little bit more crowded as you catch up to slower walkers or faster walkers would catch up to us and pass us. The Camino was certainly more crowded. That being said, it didn't take away from our experience by any means. We really enjoyed interacting with the different pilgrims that we would encounter on the Camino, and there's obviously enough distance and space between each city that you do have your moments of solitude as well. So whether you want to be a little bit more social or a little bit more private with your Camino journey, I think you do have those options, especially if you decide to leave earlier or later in the day. The last thing I'll say is that this bridge was a lot nicer to cross than the one to Barcelos, as there's actually a footpath and it's a little bit wider, so it's not as scary. Plus, you get these beautiful views.
Lie awake in the morning with a light upon her skin. Coffee cup before the day begins. Don't go, stay a while. We'll slow it all the way back down. Time is still and there's nowhere to be. Birds are talking outside, giving space for the words we hold inside to come out. So stay a while, we'll slow it all the way back down. Stay a little longer, it's only getting warmer. Slow it down 'cause time can't wait. Hold on to this moment, watch the sunlight pouring. Keep it like a picture frame. So stay a while and don't go, 'cause we got time. We'll slow it all the way back.
When we got to this fork in the Camino, we decided to go left, so the side that I'm standing on. You can also go right towards Mel, which gets you to the same place. My understanding is that the left side, as you guys can see here, it's a little bit more greenery, however it is a little bit longer, where if you were to go right, it's a little bit more street walking, but it's a straighter line to Pontevedra. Having not gone that way, I don't know for sure, but based on the research that we did, that's what we were able to find. Jumping back to the route that we did take, we really enjoyed it. As you can see, there's a lot of greenery, so there was plenty of shade and a lot of views to take in along this portion. I would just add to watch your step because the shadows, especially at this time of the day, did cover up some of the routes, so admittedly we did stumble a couple of times, but luckily there were no major falls. Overall, this portion of today's journey was really cool. We saw people soaking their feet in the water, using this section as a place to take a load off and rest for a little bit. And as you'll see a little bit later on, there's two really cool portions that have some street art. One's more naturey, and then one's a portrait of the cathedral in Santiago. So really enjoyed this portion of the Camino today.
some years ain't got much to show. Spend most of my matches back against the ropes. There's a crowd looking on, what do you wanna see? Been throwing fights my whole life for the right fee. I need to win one, get me back on my feet. A strong footing to give my punches some heat, instead of all this shadow boxing. Nothing comes easy, and if it does, it comes cheap. Like a bottom shelf bourbon, all the lies that I tell through my teeth. There's a fire in my eyes and I wanna watch it burn. Kill the man that I was and send the ashes to the urn. But I need to win one, get me back on my feet. A strong footing, my punches some heat, instead of all this shit. I need to win one, get me back on my feet. A strong footing to get my punches some heat. I need to win one, get me back on my feet. A strong footing to get my punches some heat. I need to win one, get me back on my feet. A strong footing, get my punches some heat, instead of all this shadow boxing.
Fortunately for us, we were able to get to Pontevedra early enough to do some exploring after we got settled in. This was a really cool town and there was a lot to see, so I'd highly recommend if you have the energy and the time after you finish your journey for this day. It's definitely worth spending some time exploring the shops and restaurants that are located here. Thanks for watching. Only 3 more days until Santiago.